All right. If you listened to episode 1, you already know groomers don't look like villains. They look like opportunity. We talked about mirroring. We talked about speed. We talked about artificial specialness. Today, we're going to go deeper, okay? We're going to talk about the charm phase. And that's just the audition. Isolation is the real objective. And once you see isolation tactics, you'll really not be able to unsee them, okay? And this episode is about how that shift happens. Slowly, it happens slowly. And how to catch it before you're in too deep, because it's kind of like quicksand, but you can get out. So the shift from charm to control. Here is where that usually happens. First, it's you're different. I feel safe with you. I've never connected like this before. And then quietly becomes your friends don't really get you. Your mom is kind of controlling. Your coworkers are intimidated. They're jealous of us. Notice something? The narrative shifts from bonding to repositioning everyone else in your life. Isolation is really stop seeing them. And it's more like they're not good for you. And it's said with concern. So micro isolation, it doesn't start big. It starts in inches. It reframes your support system. They'll question your friends' intentions, undermine your family's subtlety or details. They'll plant doubt about your mentors. They'll suggest others are jealous. This does two things. It makes you defend them, and it makes you slowly withdraw from others. And here's the psychology. If they can weaken outside influence, they become your primary emotional authority. And that's power. We don't need them. Exclusivity language. It's us against the world. No one understands us. We're different. This might feel romantic, but it's territorial positioning. And healthy relationships integrate into your life. They don't replace it. Conflict creation is sometimes isolation is created through chaos, okay? And they'll create that conflict. So you have to look for things like they'll start tension with your friends, be rude to your family, act uncomfortable at group events, say you acted different around others. Now you feel pressure. You have to choose. And so you choose them because that's easier than tension, right? Well, that's strategic. So then we get into secrecy as control. And if episode 1 was about speed, then episode 2 is about secrecy. So you're going to watch for things like people don't tell people about that yet, or they wouldn't understand, or let's keep this between us, or I don't want the drama. Secrecy isolates you from feedback, and predators hate feedback loops. Why? Because external perspectives break manipulation. If you can't run your situation by a trusted friend without fear, that's data, not drama, but data. And that creates emotional dependency because isolation isn't just physical, it's emotional. You'll notice that they're the first person you call. You feel anxious if they pull back. You feel guilty prioritizing others. You feel responsible for their moods. They'll sometimes withdraw affection, and they're not doing it dramatically. It's just enough to trigger anxiety. And then when you reconnect, that's relief. Well, that's conditioning. And it's intermittent reinforcement, okay? And the same psychological principle that makes slot machines addictive, that's intermittent reinforcement. And it creates unpredictable rewards, which equal deeper attachment. And again, that's a marketing principle and a persuasion science, and it's behavioral psychology. It's not mystical or woo-woo. It's literally just mechanics. It's not even romantic, okay? Now, how to break this isolation once you've seen it or you're in it? Here's how you can counter it. You need to maintain independent inputs. Always have at least 2 close friends, at least one mentor not connected to this person in question, at least one family tie that you maintain. Never let one person become your sole emotional source. That's not intimacy, that's vulnerability to control. You need to be able to say things out loud. Literally, if this is healthy, I should be able to talk about it. Say that. If you feel nervous, sharing basic details with safe people, pause. That discomfort is information. Safe people will not bring that discomfort. Trust your gut. Now watch how they handle group settings. Healthy people will adapt socially. They'll try not to compete for your attention. They don't create subtle tensions. They don't create isolation-oriented situations, because isolation-oriented people withdraw and criticize others and start drama, and they act like the victim, and you'll feel pulled to defend them, and that's hook tightening, okay? So you need to check for narrative replacement. Ask yourself, have my opinions shifted quickly? Do I now see people I used to trust as enemies? Do I feel like this one person just gets me more than anyone else ever has? If the answer is yes, slow everything down. Again, speed protects them and time protects you. So let's be clear. Not every disagreement is grooming. Not every protective boyfriend or girlfriend is an isolation technique. And not every conflict is a manipulation. Over time, though, those matter. Isolation is the bridge between charm and control. And once isolation is established, leaving feels harder. And ask yourself this. If the boyfriend or girlfriend has your best interests at heart, they're not going to need or want to be your sole provider of every emotional input. So you'll, in a healthy relationship, not only be wanted to have friends or outside activities, but they'll want to do that as well. And they might enjoy those activities together, but you'll have different experiences when you're healthy. Co-enabling, co-enmeshment, different things like that are very, very dangerous situations to get into, because once isolation is established, it's hard to leave. You don't just feel like you're going to lose them. You feel like you're going to lose your whole world. And that's the architecture that they've created. And you don't need fear, but you do need multiple connections, transparency, time, boundaries. And if you're going to get in relationships, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Know how to keep your own bank account. Know how to get a job. Know how to get out. Don't be afraid to leave. Even if you think it's going to upset your entire world, that's part of the technique. So getting out would be safer than staying. And it's always beneficial to get out and get out safely. So if someone truly respects you, they will never compete with your support system. They will expand it. Remember that. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about how guilt, shame, and subtle intimidation keep people stuck. Even when they know something is off and their gut is calling out, the guilt or the shame or some of those subtle intimidation techniques will keep them right back in place. Because once isolation is in place, the next move is psychological pressure. And we're not letting that catch you unaware. So thanks for being here.
This is a song that was written about grooming to empower those who didn't know what they'd been through, had a term. Be blessed. You are loved.
I was the quiet one, locked up high, playing the good girl song. Told it was love, but the chains betrayed, and the echo in here still knows my name. Stone by stone you built this place, a gilded cage with a shamed face. Every wall whispered it's your fault, every bruise sealed in cathedral vaults. I wore your guilt like a velvet gown, while you strutted off with a paper crown. But I found my pulse in the dark that day, and I'm packing my soul and walking away. You want a castle, go wear that crown, but I won't die in your haunted town. I'm done with your tower of shame. This broken girl's not playing your game. You built a throne on silence and blame, but I'm walking out. I'm not your flame. Keep the crown, keep the pain. I'm not your sacrifice, not again. I won't be your name in vain. Watch me walk from your tower of shame. Every story you fed them, laced with grace, but my tears were the bricks in this place. You smiled for cameras, made me the show, but I bled for your kingdom below. No more secrets sealed with fear, no more good girl disappearing here. I'm not the same, I'm not the ghost, I'm the voice that haunts you most. This tower shakes, it starts to sway. Each word I sing breaks more away. For whispers to house, from hush to scream, I'm the fury behind every dream. Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall. I'm done with your tower of shame. This phoenix don't burn in your flame. You crowned yourself king of my pain, but I tore that script and took my name. Keep your big castle, keep your chains. I rise from fire, unashamed. This was never my guilt to claim. Whoa. Now you live in that tower of shame. You wanted silence, you wanted fame, but I found my freedom. Say your shame.